Tecmo Super Bowl fans, this is Trojan bringing to you another GBLAN online Tecmo Super Bowl tournament game. This matchup is between the Shield as the Green Bay Packers taking on Matty D of the Cleveland Browns. So Matty DeGeorge, last year Madison went real deep in the tournament, made it on the big screen, had a pretty one-sided affair there with Flo with the Colts-Patriots matchup where he had the Colts, and Flo did not have a good game in that one. Matty DeGeorge, definitely a real solid player. Tim's got the Packers here. And Sterling Sharp is always open, but doesn't mean that Mikowski can always get him the ball. Looks like we have an overthrow there on first down. Offset I formation. Pass two coming in here. And Sharp running down the field does have the advantage here. Let's see if he goes to him. Do we have a JJ opportunity here? Goes up but can't get the ball. Just slightly overthrown. Third down coming up here. And the Shield facing his first third down of the game. Does a good job stalling there. It looks like Johnson makes one too many moves, gets stuck. So Matty D not able to get up fast enough to force a fourth down situation, and we have a nice run there with Mikowski up the middle there for Tim. If you don't know, the Shield is known as Tim U in the local circles in Green Bay. Passing formation. This time he keeps it again. We have a third down and short coming up. Lex did not try to pass it across field with all that traffic. Run up the middle, bounce to the outside. Darrell Thompson gets the first down. Nice run by the Shield to extend the drive here. We have ourselves pass four. Sharp is going down the field. Decides to go to the other side. Does cut the run back inside for a second and 3. A little bit of a dangerous proposition there. If you fumble, that ball does not go out of bounds. We see our first run 3 of the game. Nice job there. However, it gets engaged in bounds. Luckily, the fumble goes out of bounds, and the Shield gets his first taste of the Tecmo gods, but survives their wrath. So we have another run 3 here in the clear, and elects to go out of bounds there. And with Matty's defender being Popcorn, I'm surprised he didn't try to potentially zigzag his way to the end zone, but we'll never know. 4 yards for first down on the run by Mikowski. Pass 4 is called. Looks like he's liking this play a lot. Let's see if Matt starts to call it. Perfect throw. Herman Fontenot, no resistance into the end zone. Both defenders dive out of position. Well played by the Shield, who takes the lead with the Packers 7-0 from a Don Mikowski pass to Herman Fontenot. And Blaylock not fast enough to cause any concern for Chris Jackie's extra point. And we're kicking off now to Brent Fullwood, who coincidentally was a former Packer. Surprised that we don't have Mac here on the return game. I'd be interested to know what the decision for that was with his hitting power and his 44 running speed. He's typically the best choice for the return game of the Browns. This time, Matty D going right away to the JJ game, all the way up to Webster Slaughter, who is double covered and cannot get the covered catch. Pass is incomplete. We have second down coming up as the quarter expires. Second quarter coming up. Metcalf in good, may find himself back in a running back position. Metcalf with his 50 in average condition reception points is often used as a wide receiver too, as he is faster than the wide receiver 2 positions like Langhorne, having a 25-25 running speed and maximum speed. Is definitely a weapon. So Mac looking like he might be on the bench here, and he's in bad condition, but as a tight end is still usually a very good option in both receptions and hitting power for blocking. Looks like Tally's in the game, and he's going that route. You're definitely going to have better ball control, but that's kind of where it's going to stop there, putting Tally in. But the decision's been made, and now we have a passing formation, and it looks like pass 2 was called. And I like to see that, like the curl route, pass 2, it's not utilized very often. And now we see here the sweep with QB Browns. One play I would have liked to seen would have been potentially that QB sneak, because you can still bounce it back with his 25 MS. And if he's using Bob Nelson, it could be used to run right at him. So, but that play worked. The only issue is that he has no pass play to mask it, so you know it's coming. Okay, we have ourselves 2nd down and 8. Shotgun formation again. Looks like this time he's got pass 3 on the board here. And tries to see if Tim is cheating, but it didn't work out because he threw it out of bounds. Looks like Tim was with his receiver, and we have run 2 here. Tim Harris is able to popcorn the blocker, get through the middle of the line, and force a 4th down. Big down here for Matty DeGeorge. Single back formation. Bob Nelson attempts to dive. Really was no lane there for that dive to connect. The only way that would have happened is if, for some reason, if Matty reversed his ground there. So, nice play there for Matty D. And this time, he's doing the back and B dance again. Double covered in the end zone. Don't matter. Looks like he was triple covered. Touchdown, Webster Slaughter from QB Browns. Matty D rolling the dice. And we have ourselves a tie game. Some players are uncomfortable with the back and B game. You have to rely on some randomness. Some people prefer to be a little more methodical and control what they see on the game. In this matchup, you have to be willing to chuck it up and see what happens. The quarterbacks are better than the defensive backs in this game, in this matchup. So you have to be willing to throw it up to your studs and give them a chance to make a difference for you. Heck, even Dante Culpepper looked good when he had Randy Moss. Dangerous throw there by the shield. Michael Haddock's not known for his receptions ability. And with Minifield down below there, he's the guy. Nice dive there by Matty D. He's the kind of guy that can pick off Mikowski a little more easily than some of the other guys. And this time we have a called play, shield 4th and 20. No doubt what he's going to do here. So didn't really have the chance to even burn that time off and throw it up to Sharp or someone else. That called play. So a little frustrating, I'm sure. Would have liked to have that opportunity. You never know what can happen. Fullwood on the return. Still not sure why he's in the game as the returner. If anyone knows what the advantage of having a Fullwood over a Mac in the return game, love to hear it in the comments below. Time for probably one heave into the end zone. Here we have a pass 3 formation, which means we're probably seeing pass 3. It looks like it's called. Let's it go here. A little dangerous on that side. It looked like the underneath to the RB2 was open. It could have gotten out of bounds and without worrying about potential covered catch. Pass 1 is the call. And this time he dives at QB Browns instead of covering. Throws it up to Slaughter. And he does it a little too early, unfortunately. He gets caught up. Completes the pass. It'll look good on the stat sheet, but won't get him anything for the end of the first half here. So the Shield dodging a bullet, entering into a high-level Madison player with a tie game. He does have to give the ball back to him, but he has the better defense to work with. Let's see what he can do here. And you have to wonder at this point. It looked like Tim had bottled up a couple things pretty well. Can he out-tap Matty D? I don't know if that's been determined yet. Looks like Metcalf is in good, and Metcalf wins by 1 tap and gets into the clear. Nice run here by Metcalf and Matty D. First down out past the 50-yard line, run 2 coming up. Last time we saw this, Tim Harris was able to break this up by popcorning the center. Tries to go around this time and gets caught by the tackle and is not able to minimize the damage here. And now Metcalf, not only he's actually able to out-tap Tim and break away from the pack. So Eric Metcalf to the house. A great drive for the rushing yardage for Metcalf. And, of course, the score, we're going up here 14-7. Matty D. And we'll see what Tim can do on this possession. We have Haddix returning. Haddix is capable of popcorning many of the defenders on the Browns defense. Looks like it didn't come into play on that return. Keith Woodside in good possible receiving option here for the Shield. Be interesting to see if he can get Haddix down in the open against some of the Browns secondary. He may have himself a large gain. And actually throws against it. And right away we see a popcorn in action here. The problem is Haddix is just lumbering down the field. Another popcorn, can't break away from that dive. Nice play there by Tim the Shield. And Haddix getting it done there inside the 15-yard line. One of Tim's favorite plays is the dive running play, too. Really doesn't get it to perform to optimal performance on that play. Nice job covering the burn route up top. Tries to go down to Thompson, who has, I think, 19 receptions in average condition. On top of that, cross field there with deep coverage, just not the best option. Goes for run 3 there. Now he's stuck with 4th and 13. He's going to have to try for a field goal here at this stage in the game. And Johnson popcorn's a blocker, but can't get in to try to block it. And Tim has himself a Chris Jackie field goal. Returning the ball to Matty D. 1:20 left here in the third. 10-14. Gonna need to slow Matty D down here, hold him to at least a field goal. Give him some time to get down the field and either take the lead or tie up the game. Either pass 2 or pass 3 incoming. Looks like the curl back. This is pass 2. And this is the danger of that route. Luckily, it wasn't completely bottled up for Matty D. And Langhorne with his 25 MS is still able to keep those Packers defenders at bay. And we're already in Packers territory as the third quarter is going to be expiring here. And he goes up to Slaughter with an arrow trick. Could have been a touchdown there. The dive, it looked like it was going to be good. Instead, it falls incomplete. Second down and 10 as we enter the fourth quarter. Pagel's on the bench. Langhorne is in good, so it looks like he's up into the 31 MS category. Mack now at tight end. And really the entire playbook here available to Matty D with the condition of his players. Metcalf with another nice run there. Blocker came back and popcorn Tim. He just couldn't break away from that pack, although it looked like he might have a chance of doing that. And now we have Bob Nelson coming in, doing a nice job avoiding the blockers and then stuffing that sweep play for QB Browns. And now I think this is what Tim was really hoping for, field goal attempt. And does have Harris, so he's going to get in there. Blocking attempt here. Does not block it. And it's just in off the post. Jerry Clark with a field goal that extends the lead by 7, or 2-7 rather. We have a 10-17 game here in the fourth quarter. Tim Yu, the Shield, with the ball out past the 15-yard line with over 3.5 minutes left in the game. And this could be a nice run here. Owl runs out of bounds. I don't think he meant to do that. It was a little too soon in that sequence to do that, but gets the ball back here. Gets a first down here. And interesting, might have been worth going down to Sharp there on there. I think he had room to squeeze that in. But gets it underneath to wide receiver 1. And looks like pass 4 is something that Tim is leaning on. Again, I think he may be trying to force a call of a pass to throw back to run three. I think he likes his chances on that play. Throws to a covered receiver there. We have a called pass one here. Completes to Woodside. Nice gain there from Tim. Wisely gets out of bounds. I don't think he played that perfectly, or any more perfectly than that was just played in that sequence there. Unfortunately, Matty D was out of position. Keeping on the ground with Mikowski, wanted to make sure that there's not enough time for Matty D to return the favor if he does get on the board here. So in the middle, kind of a dangerous sequence there. Doesn't get the first down. Critical down here. Tim needs a first down or a touchdown to continue this game along here. And it's called, so this is definitely dangerous. Goes up to Haddix and is intercepted to Minifield. That was the risk he took before. Minifield's the best corner on the field. In that situation, I think to Sharp is your safe no matter what. Security blanket and wasn't utilized there. And now on defense, Tim finds himself knocked down, and he's going to try to force the taps here. And he does, but out past the 40-yard line. Time is winding down. 10-17. Got to hope for a mistake, a called play, a poor decision. And Matty D is going to be able to burn some time here with this throw. And there's your dagger in the end zone to Webster Slaughter. When in doubt, throw it to your studs. That was the decision that wasn't happening from Tim. He went down to the popcorn machine, and unfortunately, we have ourselves potentially a 14-point swing here with that interception. So the score doesn't look close here as we're closing down on what's probably going to be a 24-10 final here, but well played game by both players. Unfortunately for Tim, just wasn't enough here. And if you're wondering, well, the game's over, why not just run out of bounds here? If Tim could have done something with that, point differential does matter in this league. But really, I think that last possession was very telling. Tim did enough to force that opportunity to get the ball back, and that interception was just too much to overcome. We have Eric Metcalf was really the difference maker, as well as QB Brown's getting it done with the Slaughter. So he was kind of a pick your poison game for Tim the Shield, a matchup that he's had a lot of success with in the past. So Matt DeGeorge we'll move on here in the group play session, and so will Tim, and we'll see what his other games look like as well. So good luck to both these guys as the tournament continues. Wanted to give a thanks for sending me this game so we can do this commentary, and thanks to everyone who's watching. Appreciate if you give this video a like, if you hit that thumbs up button, if you liked it. If you didn't like it, hit that thumbs down button. If you can provide any insight on why Fullwood would have been in the returner position and why someone might choose to do that, as we're not in a season game. These are preseason games, so people can't get injured. But that decision is something that I would like an explanation for. So thanks for watching, and we will catch you on the next game for GBLAN Online Tecmo. See you next time.